Everyone, good evening, you're welcome. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you're going to be joining from. Team playback, depending on when you're going to be watching. So, today, like we said, from everything we've discussed so far, we are going to essentially be talking about community building. Of course, haven't discussed essentially everything about our brands, literally from what's the word now? From I think this is our seventh day, so we went literally from the novel. Let's say you were a complete no newbie, and literally you didn't have ways to earn money, and then all of a sudden you've gotten all this principle, all the things you need to start doing. Okay, so today, like we said, we're going to be discussing how to make sure that we involve people, right? While we grow. Now, this is it. Why I always say this over and over again is because I tell the community every single time, right? Anytime you are late to any party, ensure you don't go alone. Anytime you're late to any party, ensure you don't go alone. Now, that's the principle of community building. We make sure that even if we're super late, right? Even if you are just probably this is the first time you're hearing about building an online presence, the first time you're hearing about community building, ensure that you're not doing it alone. Okay, so good evening, everyone. That was just my intro, so that I always wanted to give a feel for everybody who will be watching in later. If you're just coming in, kindly just leave me a note. Let me know you're here with me. Thank you so much for the like already. Thank you for the power tap as well. Hey! Okay. Oh, awesome. This is so beautiful. Yes, I think some things have been happening lately. I think for the past 2 days, connections has been super crazy. And yeah, it affected me literally almost throughout this morning. Like my videos, everything. My apps were not working as well. So I don't even know. I still have immediately after this live, I'm running to my videos quickly because I need to post 2 videos for TikTok. That's one for my healthcare page and then one for my regular page. And then I think LinkedIn I've posted already on LinkedIn. I'm supposed to have one LinkedIn or one post on LinkedIn, the flyer to have more people come on board. So you're welcome. Thank you so much. If you're joining us for the first time, kindly just leave FT so that we also know that there are people who need us, right? So that everything we're discussing will not be over the head, right? Okay, so today we said we're going to be discussing community building, and I've said it over and over again. Literally, community building, you rarely hear anybody. I think I'm a chief in community building. I really cannot explain. Nobody will teach you community building because it's actually people's cheat sheets. They will not want to teach you because if you start building community, then you're going to be a competition to them. So I've seen it literally almost all courses. I've seen all my friends, even the ones I've been a part of, nobody says that because, like I said, if you're already late for a party, the first thing to do is to make sure that you are very aware about what collaboration can do to you, right? So every time I'm talking about community building, especially for somebody who is just starting out, we are talking about collaboration. That's essentially what we're talking about. We're not talking about just, okay, you're looking for people that you be calling yourself lead coach for. I've told you guys that's the least thing. Like, we're honorable people, and pride is the least thing that would motivate us. Yes, that's the word. When we want to do any particular thing. So yes, when we are talking about, let's say you have shown up now and you barely understand the things that you need to be doing for yourself part-time, the first thing you should do first of all is what? Collaborate. And collaboration can be expressed through community building, especially because some of the times you might not have all the skills complete, right? Being also very vulnerable in the sense that, okay, even if you're going to build community, you're not going to be promising people that they are going to have the whole thing when that it's only one thing that you can do. And happiness, I just want to celebrate you today. If you're watching this or whenever you're going to watch this, I saw what you did today. Your video was excellent, right? It was perfect. So more of that. The goal is just prepare to give, keep giving consistently, bringing out new things. Just find new things that you'll be teaching people consistently. Now, like we always discuss, we said that the law of the buy-in by John Maxwell, right? By the time you give back to back every single time, you're literally going to have people start coming in your direction. Of course, yesterday we had already discussed the offer. If you're probably just coming in for the first time today, please note that you must learn how to curate an irresistible offer. Once your offer is fixed, literally once your offer is fixed, then you're good to go, because most times people don't know how to ask for people to come in. So I think this is where happiness might have missed a little bit. You were supposed to at least give a funnel. After you have taught something, you can say, if you, for more understanding, if you need help with trying to create one, if you need a one-on-one help, if you need a general help. So you were supposed to have collected, maybe you were not paying attention that day when I taught it, you're supposed to have a funnel every single time you offer help. So it's like church, right? When you go to church after the sermon, there's always an opportunity for exchange. That's the giving, right? That's what you need to be doing every single time it's time to offer. You're done offering help, ensure you ask for an exchange. An exchange could be a link. So I'm going to ask this question now. If you have a Google form, please just write yes. If you can create a Google form, just say yes. If you can create a Google form, just say yes, so that I know so what we have to do. So I think, yes, today somebody sent me a message that she's been having challenges with the video editing. We'll see how we can do about that to make sure that a lot of people learn how to edit, at least the simplest ones with CapCut, Canva, InShot. I can just do a little projection. Maybe tomorrow, I'm not so sure now. Let me get the answers. Oh, you're welcome, Rosa. Good to see you. Awesome. Good to see you. Thank you so much for liking the live as well. And every other person who is here, please, if this is your first time, just type your FT. Let's know that you're here so that we can rally round you. Okay, you couldn't post it. No, you post it anywhere. But the one I saw on YouTube, on LinkedIn, I'm not sure I saw the link. Every time, just put it on the comment section. That way, people can just click on it and copy it. Just put it on the comments so that everybody, awesome. Okay, awesome. So everybody here can create a Google form. So we said every single time you offer a service, or you teach, ensure that you have your contacts. Either you can say, maybe at the ending part, close to your call to action, you can say, if you would want this done for you. So always make opportunity for done for you. Right? If you would want me to do this for you, kindly reach out. You can drop your email there, right? You can drop your email, or you can drop your form. Your Google form should be channeled into a community. That is, ensure you put a WhatsApp link or any particular platform link, whether Telegram link, at the back end of the form. Back end, always make your forms 2 pages, right? Always make your forms 2 pages so that anybody who probably gets in, you definitely have your your contacts before they enter your community. So always make your Google form 2-paged. The second page should be where the WhatsApp link should be. Okay, so that's awesome. So please, I've said it outrightly now, because these are all the processes to curating a very intentional community. Like I said it again, your number of followers across all platforms is not your community. I'm going to say it again. Your number of followers across all platforms, in as much as we do colloquial, like every single time we want to write, we want to celebrate a milestone, we call them community, but sincerely you have no access to them. The only people you have access to are people that you have their names, their numbers, their email, right? And any other number at all, or any other information that they are willingly releasing to you. If you don't have, Mama, good to see you. Okay, so if you don't have, okay, so if you don't have their name, their number, especially for Global South, if you don't have numbers, you are joking, because a lot of persons don't pay attention to their emails. I've been a part of that. I've seen Pepe literally from that. You send mails, very few people will respond to your mails. Okay, now I'm just saying this because let's not start painting a larger than life picture. So make sure that consistently Awesome. Good to see you all. You're welcome. Welcome. Please help me tap on the live. Yes, I think somebody was doing that. Just tap severally. You're going to see the right icons like love and many other things. You can just click one of them. Thank you so much for coming in super early. So we said we're going to be talking about community building today. We've already started discussing essentially. So we said when you're late to any endeavor at all, make sure that your goal is collaboration. So we are approaching community building from the collaborative point of view, right? And I've told you guys every single time now that we're in day 7, that means we have painted pictures consistently every day. We have started, that's for people who have started posting. If you have not been posting your how-tos, okay, so across all platforms, this is one cheat sheet I want to tell everybody. Across all platforms, once you are a how-to person, people will love you. Okay, you're always looking for ways to show things, teach people how to do it. Just find I've said it before, find the education side of what you are offering to people and release them in bits. And that was what we did when we sent you guys that prompt that would give you a 30-day calendar. So if you are here and you don't have your 30 days calendar ready and you're not picking up ideations from there, you already know that you're a bit behind and you need to start doing something quickly, right? And I told you guys the goal every day is to simply find one thing to teach every day. And it's beyond, like I said, because of how much people have bastardized, literally, because of how much people have bastardized written form, that is content creation in terms of writing, people have now started asking for 3Ds, 4Ds, because when you write, a lot people lie a lot when they write. So people want to know that, okay, this is the person behind our conversation, this is the person I need to know. And I told you guys, most of those video tutorials make it super clear, ask questions, make it interactive. So some of our call to actions were weak. Sometimes you can form vulnerability, like that's what I did today. I said rate my video, even though I know that I've been trying to push my videos by myself for the longest now. I just said rate my video so that the person can feel, oh, they are now in the right place to offer something. Okay, they are very important now. Whatever they are doing, they are now in a place where they can judge me, and they'll be more than happy to leave a comment. So I told you again, every single time you offer help, always make sure you have a funnel connected to either a group you are consistently building. Because one of the things I've realized about community building is that, see, people get tired eventually. That's number one. People get distracted eventually. These are two major things that happen to people who have communities. So you have no business complaining that the people in your community are not active. I'll say it again. You have no business complaining that the people in your community are not active. I will say it one last time. You have no business complaining that the people in your community are not active. The only business you have is to consistently make sure that you are bringing people into your community. Now, the day your community stops growing, in the sense of bringing more new people in, the day your community starts failing. So I'm actually telling you guys from experience, so that you don't start getting angry. So some of you have a community of 500 people, community of 300 people, community of 1,000 people, and you will leave message. Some people will not talk. Already for this our what do they call it now? We have over 40 people in the class, right? But they are not showing up. So I'm hoping that they are the team playback. That's why every time I create videos, I always give them a chance. I call them team playback, because I'm hoping that they are able to still fix their finances by themselves, probably when they show up, when they are free. So I'm saying this again so that you understand that now, for some of us have been super consistent on LinkedIn for the last 1 year, at least going to 1 year. One of the things you've noticed that is that there will be new people coming into the platform and a different set of people discouraged. Now, I'll say it again. The only people who eventually do well are people who have created structures, people who have taken up leadership. That's very important. Number one, taking up leadership. We're not even yet talking about, okay, what is the name of your community, or what is the purpose of your community, or what. We're already talking about your ability to give, phase 1. Okay, your ability to give in your posts. If you are a public speaking coach, in your posts, how to style. Okay, style is essentially You can be videoing yourself while you're preparing for another speaking engagement. You can just video yourself. Let's say me now, I'm trying to do a makeup and then I'm dressed up. I'm videoing how I woke up, how I prayed, how I prepared, how I'm sitting up in front of my laptop. If I want to do an online speaking engagement, or my clothes, my get ready with me as I go out. All those things are style, right? Style. So these are two major strong niches when it comes to, or strong aspects of every leader. I'll say it again, leader. Now, we've not started talking about community at the sense. Everything I've spoken so far is the foundation of community building, right? You must be somebody who is willing to give. And when I talk about giving, it's consistency, in the sense that from that calendar that we've already built, all of us, you already know that whatever you built is something that everybody will need. It's something that people would feel belong. I mean, imagine that you're teaching people consistently and in very little minute. You're not teaching them everything. Everybody just knows that somehow, if you just go, every time you go to this lady's particular post, there's something she's teaching every day. They'll find a way to consistently show up there, right? So I told you guys, from our contents that we had already curated, if you notice, the positioning of the AI was essentially to position you all as somebody who is an authority and teaching something. And I've told you guys that there's no pressure, right? The most important thing is the A that you know, teach it. You're going to move somebody from A to B simply by doing what you know, okay? So I said again, there are two main pillars, right, for building community. Is the how to and style, right? You must find ways to release light in beats, whether videos, of course, for TikTok, for Facebook, for Instagram. You have to do videos. You just have to do videos. Even LinkedIn, if you're into graphics, into videography, into niches that require you to speak, like public speaking. Yes, maybe because mama came in today. No, even from yesterday we kept talking about public speaking, so I'm still using the same niche, right? Some of these things would require, it's not just you writing, it requires that people see you expressing some of the things that you're talking about, because 2D is never enough. Like I said, especially because now a lot of people are going around and saying that people from a particular region, they don't know this, they are not smart, they are this, that. I told you guys now that I had an altercation recently with somebody that I had always followed, simply because she said something about Nigeria. And then eventually my lady, she blocked me. She blocked me. But I'm just saying it now. I think it's time for us to start proving, like, it's time for us to literally start proving that we know what we know. And guess what? Videos are always the shortest quote. So the best thing you always do is what? For every process that you're learning, for everything that every narrative, try and get the video form. And I've told you guys severally, right? The quality of your video inconsequential. We have CapCut. If you cannot afford CapCut, I told you guys you can pay 20,000 naira for a whole year for CapCut. If you cannot afford that, InShot can sharpen your videos, right? Can increase your clarity, increase your sharpness. It doesn't charge for it. It can even give you transitions. So I think what I would do is, somebody else said that they had challenge editing, very simple video editing techniques. Please, if you have a challenge with that, just type VC, so video challenge. We're going to write that. Thank you so much, Oinks. Okay, so please just say it if you have a challenge with your videography. Like, if you think your videos, you're really having challenge just churning some things. I told you guys, as simple as this. You saw my videos now that I've been releasing lately on what's the word now, on TikTok. TikTok videos don't require any sophistication. It's exactly what I'm doing. You know, the way I am like this, I most times I just record badge. I can record like 4. Immediately after every event, I'll just say, let me just cripple something for the next day. I can record like 3, record like 4, like this, and I'm talking, and people will literally, I told you guys, the place of positioning, like, when your face is literally into the camera, there's trust. The person literally feel like you're talking to the person directly. You can go and check. Most people have built their brands on selfie videos, so there is no pressure at all. So the only thing you're going to do is, essentially, no matter how poor, even if your camera is, I don't know, 544, whatever it is, you can name the lowest, 366 or what. I can't remember the lowest now. All you have to do is, once you have done a video like this, download your InShot app. Okay, so we're talking about 3 apps now. There's CapCut, there's InShot, there's Filmora, right? InShot is the cheapest, as in like almost everything on InShot is free of charge, and it's very easy to use, very, very easy to use. So we're going to see, I will try and see, let me have, okay, if you have challenges with video, just type VC. What we'll do is that maybe tomorrow we'll just take a little break tomorrow and we'll just do projections. I'll make an attempt on how to cast, right? If my laptop can cast on this selfie live, I'll just do that, and we'll just do a video training tomorrow, like in between, before we continue our curriculum on tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is Friday. Okay, yes, we can continue our curriculum on Saturday. Then on Sunday again, we meet by 5 p.m. GMT+1. Okay, awesome. So please, if you have challenges, just type VC. Let me just know the amount of people who have challenges with videography. Okay, awesome. Okay, so awesome. So it's very beautiful. Now, whatever you did is perfect. So you first of all do a screenshot with your phone, then you now use InShot and break it in. Okay, so we have a lot of people who have video challenge. Okay, awesome. We're going to do that. Then we're going to take a very short, very easy training. Then what I will still also do is that I will still refer you all to we have a 5 hours video course. I understand that it might be too long for you, but tomorrow, since we have that, within that 1 hour, we'll just do a videography course. So I'll try and see if I can cast my laptop to this screen, or I'll use my laptop so that I use phone, because the goal is that we teach essentially the use of phones, because it's going to really, really help you. It helps you meet people. It gives you that form of intimacy. When you're talking to people on your videos, they feel like, okay, you're right with them. Okay, so that's awesome. So I figured out now, so we'll have to plan that. I'll let you guys know if it's going to work out. Okay, so back to our community building, right? So I told you that every community has to be fluid, in the sense that people have to be coming in, because the truth is most people get exhausted, especially most freelancers, right? They don't know how not to know that they are never free. So this is one thing I always tell you guys, right? Even if you don't have a job, in the time being, you are not free. You are so the best thing that can happen to you as a freelancer is positioning yourself also as a business person and also a content creator. You see these 3 things, or either of them will give you money. So a content creator will content, you still make money. Supposing you eventually build your Facebook or your yes, I think Facebook pays, right? Your TikTok, if you build your Facebook, your TikTok, you can be paid. YouTube, you can be paid. That's your content creating aspect. Or you can now decide to what? Build your audience, build community by what you offer freely. So I told you guys, make sure that calendar, if you are here and you're probably joining for the first time and you don't have that calendar, please ensure you have that calendar, because the goal is 2 main pillars: how to and style. How to and style. These are the ways to draw people in. Okay, so if people understand that every time they will come to your platform, they are going to learn something, they would definitely anticipate to show up. And then, of course, like we said, there's a place for having a particular time when you show up. Yes, it's also the algorithm recognizes you, especially LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very time sensitive. That's just the truth. But for this phase, because you are in a building phase, don't be anxious about trying to engage consistently and all that. But the goal is, again, if you need to bring people your way into traffic, there are certain cheat sheets I'll be teaching you tonight, so that you can also be leveraging on people while you're teaching them. Okay, I do that here and there, time to time. As I'm talking about it right now, you just figured out that some of those things are not something new. There are some things that I've actually even made you all do, but you didn't know that was the whole goal. So I said it again. You are going to be on a how to and then style. But the main principle of these 2 pillars is that you need to always collect the contacts of the people you help. You have to consistent, else, I said it again, your followers on LinkedIn, your followers on Facebook, your followers on YouTube, whatever, your subs, whatever it is, they don't belong to you. Your community are the people that you can reach to. Yes, that's the word. You can reach out to at any point. and they will hear you, answer you, read. Okay, now, well, some people might say, oh, WhatsApp might not necessarily, the numbers are very good. I love what WhatsApp does. Once you've ever been in any particular group permanently, even if you leave the group, they will still have your number. That's so beautiful and considerate. But the truth is, WhatsApp is not essentially it, right? You must have a funnel that would allow you send messages. Like I said, for the global south, the way people in the global north are shouting email, 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 that's the way you should be sounding. Simple SMS, simple SMS, simple SMS, and phone calls. Warm phone calls. Of course, cold calls is when you've never helped the person, you don't know the person from Adam, you just went on LinkedIn, checked your friends, and you literally just copied their numbers and you just started calling them. No, that one is cold calling. I don't know, my heart does not carry it. So I'll say it again, it's good, especially for C-suits, especially for founders. Those people are never on LinkedIn. They are never, in fact, almost very thinly. Most of them have VAs, so some of their accounts, they're not the ones operating them. So for some of you who they've been shouting, do cold DM, you're doing cold DM. The person you're sending your DM to is also hustling like you, because most times they are the virtual assistants that are handling those accounts. So if you really want to get in contact with those ones, you have to do cold emails mostly, especially for international clients. Okay, so we are beginning to enter next week's we're beginning to enter our next week's curriculum, right? It was next week that we said we're going to talk everything from profile optimization across all platforms. We're going to do for LinkedIn, we're going to do for Facebook, we're going to do for Instagram, we're going to do for TikTok. Then from there, we will now, in fact, on this live, like I told you guys, we're going to find clients like this as they hot. We'll be sending mails. We'll build the structure of we're going to build a structure of an email that converts, right? How to write a polite email, even if it's your first time meeting the person, and offering your services. Like I told you guys, okay, I think it was the last camp, sandwich method. You don't just enter someone. So for some of you who have been entering DMs, I didn't say that there's any problem with you, but don't just enter to start looking for opportunities. That's the most silly thing you can do in this life. Always enter in a sandwich. I've told you guys this one again that I'm saying, you will not hear anybody say it. Yes, it's imported or curated knowledge. Sandwich is very known, like it's a principle that is well known out there, but for bringing it into the job circle and international opportunities, I started using it because the truth is, you don't ask for anybody's hand unless you've won their heart. It's much more easier for you to win people's hearts when you have already it's much more easier, yes, to ask for anything when you've already won their hearts. So hey, how good evening everyone, so good to see you all. Rabiatu, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, Ndifa, oh, so good to see you, Sam. Awesome, you're welcome here. I'm going to make sure that have you registered? If you have registered, just type yes. If you have not, please make sure. I'm going to maybe come back to this comment maybe when we're almost done, so that we'll make sure that we have you around with everybody else. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in as well. Okay, so back to my thoughts. So I said you don't ask for anybody's hand except you have giving, right? You don't ask for anybody's hand except you have won their hearts. Yes, so you don't ask for a hand except you've won their hearts, because anybody you have pressed their mumu buttons, right? From the global south, that's what it's called. People that once you've touched someone's heart, they will literally give you anything. That's what it means. So every time you don't enter anyone's DM. I'm just saying it now. Maybe before we start our courses for profile optimization to everything next week, I would say that please, anybody who is here, who is saying, okay, you don't want to wait for us, because you have many things in your mind you want to do, please don't enter anybody's DM and start saying, I'm a virtual assistant. Don't do that nonsense. I beg you to God. The reason why you've not got an opportunity is not more than that. You cannot just enter anybody. And I told you guys, most of these top tier guys handed their accounts over. You see how LinkedIn is now, very annoying thing, in the sense that you're going to spend a whole lot of time there. In fact, for you to have your heads above the water, you have to sleep on the platform. So most of these CEOs and founders, those international clients you want to work with, they are not always the ones handling their account. So most times when you enter their DM, maybe you're forming your smart by saying you're a virtual assistant. It's another virtual assistant that is seeing that message, and trust me, sometimes they will delete it because you're actually applying for their job, so that if anything happens and they leave, you now come, or they will sack them to give you job. No. So I'm just saying it now so that you don't enter anybody's DM and start asking for job. The first thing you might probably want to do is follow up someone, go to their messages. Oftentimes, like I said, some of them, even those posts, they're not the ones who curate it, but just learn about them by yourself. Just give them an opportunity. Give yourself an opportunity to know people before you ask them for anything. I know you're looking for a job, right? I know that you want to start that business. I know you want to offer value, but give these people an opportunity to know them. So what I would always advise, well, for next week, we're going to do all that. Have a list, at least a list of 10 people who you think that they are stars and will be needing your help. Just from today. That's what I'm saying now, because next week, curriculum. From today, just have those 10 people and just put them on a Google spreadsheet and just look at their posts, right? During the week, just look at their posts. Just go to their profile, read their about very, very well, and ask yourself several questions. Do you think that you can work with this person? Okay, from the way this person communicates, hopefully it's not one virtual assistant that is writing one content for the person. Even if it's a virtual assistant, from what this person has been releasing consistently on their page, is there any way that any place where you saw a gap? So you should have in those columns, you write gap analysis, like where there is a gap, you're going to probably just write it down. Then you just write, okay, maybe if the person's posts used to look one kind, he doesn't have a CTA, if you're a content writer, you already know the things that you'll be looking for. You can just put them all in the columns, and preparing your heart for when we will now have, once we discuss the structure of the email, that we will start doing cold emailing. I'm hoping that by the end of the next week, I understand, like I said again, you're going to position yourself as a business. If you've done your assignments from day one to now you already know how to position yourself as a business. Like I told you guys, as much as possible, own agencies. Okay, so we're already talking about community building, so I'm not ahead of myself if I talk about agencies. Own agencies, have agencies that can offer different things like content writing. If you're a virtual assistant, position your community to offer content writing, virtual assisting training for other virtual assistants. Instead, delineate what you want to offer specifically and delineate the one that you know how to do. So if you know how to do email market, don't go and write what you just saw ChatGPT gave you. The one you can do. So I told you guys, this is not even a time to start looking down on yourself that you can do this, you cannot do this. All you have to do, if you have followed that daily content creation and teaching people how to do what, see, as you continue consistently daily, you will have a curriculum before you know it. So now every curriculum that you'll be adding to your community as a list of benefits that people are going to be getting if they join you, they would have been complete if you had started up to now. So it's not exactly robbery if I ask all of you to come up with a community before this weekend. But I said I'm not going to put anybody under pressure because, number one, I've not seen anybody tag me. It was only Happiness and one other person, can I remember now, that curated their how-to and they tagged me. So those ones, I can vouch for them. But you cannot now, I cannot give you an assignment to go and create community when you've not even done your brand persona, you don't even have a community name, you don't even have what do they call it, a mission and a vision statement, you don't even know your what, your why, your who. Okay, so now let me just say it again. The beautiful thing about community building is that it's kind of if you're just coming in for the first time, right, you'll be able to hold it, but you need to go back because there are some foundational things that you need to pay attention to, so that people, like I told you, people are very good at disrespect. In fact, I was meditating about it today. I was just asking myself, why is it that, okay, when Goodluck Jonathan was was in power. I mean, when people see him, in fact, like my husband like works with some of these guys, right? These politicians, the top ones around. And one of the things he told me was, hey, he cannot do this. No, if you go to these people's houses, that's why I knew that. Oh God, I was even meditating about it today. Nigeria is corrupt, and it's not even about the people in politics. The people in politics, when they are saying, may God have mercy on me, Jesus, did I just say that on a live? Please, guys, if you're not Nigeria, you didn't hear it. Oh, I was thinking it was an in-house meeting. Please, we are not corrupt. Oh, do business with us, Jesus. Okay, so let me go back to my thoughts. Okay, so one of the things I realized was that when people are in okay, who is this person now? Please, we are not corrupt. I'm just saying it. Please do business with us. We want international business. Okay, so back to my conversation now. The fifth loco is like your loco. How you doing? Good to see you here. You're welcome. Please, this is a professional atmosphere. And when you come in, please, we don't really tolerate some of those conversations. You can go and find those crazy people that like all those kinds of conversations. Our life this is a professional platform. Thank you so much for joining. And if you're looking to have money, please go ahead and stay here. You're welcome. But please, no need for negativity. Okay, so back to my conversation. See, one of the things he told me was this, right? When he goes to those houses of some of those commissioners, those ministers, as his job gives him an opportunity to, if you see this line of people, these people will line up from inside their parlor to the gate. Excuse me, this man is a civil servant. Yeah, he's a governor, right? But how much is his salary? His salary is not different from a senior staff like that. So when you're lining up, what do you want the sitting governor to do? If he's going to give you any money, it's not stolen money. So, but you see these people crazy. From morning to night, they are there. They don't even I say some of those governors, they used to run away from their houses. They don't sleep there. Because some people will be begging from morning to night. Guess the plot twist. Just guess the plot twist. Now, fast forward 4 years after, this person is now out of power. You will go to his house. It will be like a place where they are mourning. Because what? All those people have disappeared because they've eaten. They've moved to the next person to go and eat. I say if this thing no be God forbid, who did this to these people? Anyway, they are not Nigerians, so I'm just saying so I'm just trying to tell you some of the pressure that some of these politicians, they literally go through, right? From us in the global south. I didn't mention any country's name. I'll make sure that I edit out where I wrote that name. I said that name because sincerely, I believe in the Nigerian dream. I'm serious. I'm very passionate. Like, I can even cry about it. I believe in the Nigerian dream. I believe in what's his name? I can't remember. There was an American preacher that prophesied about Nigeria. You know, that the first phase will be when Nigeria will be called all manner. But there will be a time and a season when Nigeria literally will be anywhere they see Nigerians all across the world, they will be holding them and be saying, please take us to Nigeria. And I believe that we're in that phase. And that is why, for me, I have taken up my teaching role. Anything that will make me demystify prosperity, I am in for it. I've told God, whether in church, whether in pulpit or in the pew or on the internet, just a symbol, an image that people can do it. And for me, that's why my posturing is not exactly, oh, I've gotten it all figured out. Is that even the little I know, I'll give it out, because people's lives are going to change for it. People's lives are going to change for it. Hey, Queen, good to see you. How are you doing, my darling Queen? Today is a party. We're really having a party this night. Okay, awesome. So good to see you, dear Mama. Okay, so let me go back to our conversations, right? So I was saying it's essentially so taking us back to the main topic of the day, community building, right? So we said for you to build a community, number one, the reasons why you need to have a community is because, number one, if you are late to a party, you better collaborate. The reason why a lot of you are giving up, today you post, tomorrow you will not post, tomorrow you show up, tomorrow you will not show up, is that you have not taking up leadership, both for yourself and for other people. Now, you don't know why parents and maybe fathers seem to prosper more. Even fathers prosper more. in terms of, now I'm saying it again, I'm trying my possible best not to be gender biased. I'm a preacher of love, right? But one of the things again is that by the time you check the first 10 wealthy people, I'm not quite sure that we'll have a lot of females in that. Anyway, I stand to be corrected. To all my feminists in the house, please, if you have a female in the top 10 billionaire list worldwide, please just put her name down there in the comment section so that we all get to meet her. But one of the things I've realized is that taking up the role of leadership has something that it does to you. So for some of you who are saying, I cannot lead though, as you're saying you cannot lead though, that's how you cannot have money. All of them are together, because every single time leadership, money, prosperity, growth, consistency is tied in what we call heads immunity. I'll say it again. This one, you will not see it in any book as regards leadership and finances. This is purely medical, right? Purely medical. It was something I was taught in medical school. Let me explain what this concept is. It means that if everybody is pushing to a particular direction, if one person that is not pushing the way other people are pushing, that one person will likely be saved. So let me give you a very easy example. Imagine that there are 20 people inside your room, inside your house. You have 20 people in your house, and 19 people have been immunized for, let's say, COVID-19 vaccine. It means that if COVID hits again, that one person that did not immunize is likely going to be protected. So you can see already that even the law of nature is already teaching us that there is a place for community in terms of growth. The same thing with the family unit, right? Why is it that most children misbehave when all of a sudden they go to secondary school, right? Or university, where all of a sudden, especially if you put them in the wrong environment. So in the end, it just simply means that, instead of the regular Mr. Niger D, right? Environment is also very pivotal to growth. And guess what? Because you are now a leader and you are a community builder, because at the end of this course, that's what I'll be calling you now. You would have effectively known how to build communities. So what it simply means is that you are able to take on this energy and telling yourself that, okay, there is a gap currently in virtual assisting. I notice that everywhere I enter, everybody just, they're not getting jobs, they're not getting opportunities, or they're finding it very hard to transition. The first thing you can do is to position yourself at the entry level of whatever niche you represent. So I'm going to say it again. When you are building a community, especially as somebody who is starting out, position yourself to receive the entry level. So you're already experiencing some of this pain. So from what we described yesterday, like I told you, if you missed yesterday, please go back. All the live sessions are very labeled. Like I said, as soon as we're done on the 30th day, you people will just see my first course out. I'll just unlist all of these ones, and then I'll use them to make money, hot money, because I'm very intentional for everything that I'm teaching per night. If you miss a day, to be obvious that you missed a day, you might not understand. So I'm just begging for those people who are probably showing up for the first time. I really, really apologize, right? If you start from the beginning, you understand where we are right now. But then I'm grateful that community building can stand on its own. Just imagine that you're here and then you have a vision and you might not have known how to orchestrate that vision properly, but the first thing you have is that at least I know how to edit with Canva. That's the only thing. The beautiful thing about community building and authenticity is that you can make money from that one thing you can do. Okay, so that takes me back to one of the videos that I posted yesterday, or was it day before yesterday? The problem we're having is that we don't have people who are counting their costs. We don't have people who are honoring even that one thing that they do. So you probably have moved to do one thing. The next thing you just hear somebody say, it's not only Canva that she can use. Is it your business? It's not your business. So even if it's the only Canva, you can make millions from only Canva. I am saying it again because I want to call your attention to the fact that sit on your area of strength, right? Just like the SWOT analysis, right? Good. See, introduce yourself to your weaknesses, because people will talk. You already know that, oh, you cannot use the average. If they talk, you say, yes, you know. But then your strength is that you're able to magnify that you know how to do effectively. So I think I remember when there was a little, challenge among the disciples. I think it was Peter and Paul, and then something about the disciples in Jerusalem right there. And then Paul came around. All of a sudden, he just realized that because the heads of the church were already around, Peter started becoming uncomfortable, right? There was one statement that Paul made. He said, I am the, what's the word? He said, I am the apostle to the Gentiles, and therefore I magnify my office. I'm saying it now because it might just be one thing. I'm telling you, if it's only email management that you can do as a virtual assistant, you can make millions from only email management. See, I understand the place for skill stacking. I am not dissuading it, but I am saying based on where you are in your level of growth right now, it's better you hold one thing and you drive it through. Now, that's what people don't understand. The energy in driving one thing is the same thing as the energy in driving multiple things. But if you don't step out with that one, it's going to even be more hard for you to step out in multiple things. Okay, so it takes us back to our introductory message when we came on to this. We started this monetization class. We said just that, right? Okay, so yes. When building a community, there are three main pillars. When building, so we're beginning to have some of these crazy people enter our life. Oh, Chineke. Okay, so please, this life, I wrote it outrightly. It's for people who want to make money. It's not for people who are looking for baby oil or no baby oil. Mr. Hitler, I will block you. Oh, I know they fear. I'm sure you don't even know how to speak broken. So me speaking broken tells you where I'm from. I go block you, Oga. No try anything for this life. Okay, so back to my teaching elements. Okay, so we're talking about the fact that when you want to build a community, there are three major questions you have to answer. When you want to build when you want to build any community, there are three major elements that you must pay attention to. And everything we've been doing so far is on. But sincerely, what's happening to YouTube? We've gotten two crazy people enter this live today. I thought they don't used to come to our place. Please, this is a professional training. I'm begging you people, forget that I'm using a selfie camera. I'm just trying to give my students the intimacy that is required so that they feel like I'm talking to them one-on-one. Okay, so thank you very much for being reasonable. Okay, so I said there are three main pillars, right, that we need to pay attention to when we are trying to build any community, right? And it still stems from everything we've talked about before now. The why. Okay, so if you have written your mission and your vision statements by now, which is the assignment that we had already long given, I think we did that in our day 3 or so, you already now know, okay, why are you doing this, right? I told you guys, make sure that your why is emotional. Make sure that you're comfortable talking about your why. Make sure that your why, there's something emotional rooted in your why, as in that you're able to tell somebody your why and you can literally cry about it. That's how serious it is. It will help you in such a way that, okay, let's say you grew a community of 250 people and all of a sudden they are not responsive. You know that the same principles that you used to build those 250, what's the word now? The same principle you used to build that 250 community, you know that you can use the same principle again and you can build another one. So it's the principle of what's the word, rather than giving up. You know, the same way people do a lot of things like unalive themselves and all that. No, you just know that, okay, when something happens and maybe these people are now doing well. For me, one of the things I always tell myself is when my community starts becoming unresponsive, one of the things I just say is that most times they've gotten job opportunities or they're already busy doing other things. And that's why every single time I'm teaching people, I teach them literally everything I know. My goal is replication. Yes, my goal is replication. I'm not scared because I know that my opportunities come from different places. So even if you build your community and your community is making more waves than I still have won, because you could have just been another person who is wondering how you can achieve things, but I helped you achieve it. Okay. contrary to most belief, a lot of people get very insecure when they see that people are doing well. For me, I don't. It's not my card. It doesn't work that way. I tell you everything and I move. Number one, I told you guys that most of it's because people are not seeing the general benefits of even being the one who is teaching. I told you the laws of the universe, right? No matter what you do, if you're the one giving, you must receive, pressed down, shaking together, and running over. It's the law of life. The only problem is that a lot of people are impatient about how their returns is going to come, or a lot of people want to dictate how it's and when it should come, which is not that way. Okay, so we're going back to, we said again, 3 pillars: the why, the who. Okay, so it still targets audience, everything. We've discussed these things, so I'm going to quickly just gloss over them. Then what are you going to promise these people? Okay, so essentially, I said it over and over again. I told you guys that if we're going to promise people something, it should be very, even if it's one thing you want to promise somebody, right, in your community, you're building a community, and you can tell them that, okay, you have virtual assistants who are proficient in email management at time T. The first thing you should do first is to offer that one, have that one promise. Now, the thing again, the beautiful thing is, like I said, if you do that daily posting for 30 days, right, you'll be able to learn more things. If you do that daily posting for 30 days, it will be a lot more easier for you to say, okay, you can offer this, you can offer this, you can offer this, you can offer this. So imagine that you created a post for 30 days, right? And the first thing you did was email management. Then the next one was calendar management. Then the next one is difficulties, barriers or difficulties why virtual assistants don't get clients. And you're doing different, how to make your first 1,000. You took the time and you researched. Hey God. Okay, so wait, let me take a pause. Thank you so much, Samuel. Good to see you. I really appreciate you. Hey, we don't get mad people. Don't enter this live today. Oh, please, guys, I will block you. All this baby oil family, I will block you people. It's like somebody sent you people, and you people know your chief. Please tell them that you can be blocked. Please, people should not come to my life again. I beg you. I don't need you people here. Please don't disrupt us. Herb. Mr. Herb. And who else? Who are those people? Topper Guild. Please leave me alone, okay? If you see one more baby oil and I'll block you. And it's a promise, I'll do it. Okay, so if you notice, this is a professional place. Like, I even locked the comment on purpose. I can't believe that you'll be among the people who will be in my community and you are using such statements. But then, thank you so much for coming. At least I'm celebrating you. But please, this is a professional place. We're not like other life. There's no cruise here. In fact, from Rabia is and baby oil gang. Please, there is no cruise here. We don't used to cruise. If you want to cruise, go ahead and cruise. There are many people doing life right now across YouTube that will be doing. They will even tell you to stand up, turn your back, and all that. Go to their life. Our life is not that kind. Please, we've had this life every day for 7 days. We've not seen these crazy people. I don't know where people are coming from. Please, algorithm, YouTube algorithm, help us. We are actually teaching people very serious things right here. Okay, so we have gone back to okay, so they are definitely sent. Okay, so thank God I can see that they've left. Awesome. Okay, so back to my conversation. So like I said again, your what is that if you don't sit down and write down the things you know. So the video I released was the day before yesterday. I talked about it, about the fact that you need to sit down to count your blessings, right? If you don't sit down to say the things that, or I'll say it again, from that 30 days challenge, you can actually give yourself challenge. Let's say you saw how to do a selfie video and you don't know how to do it. You can give yourself the challenge of, okay, in the next 24 hours, that's what I do to myself. I don't know how people's minds work, but for me, any single time I see an obstacle, I'm telling you I can't sleep. Truth be told, I cannot lie to you, all of you. I will not be able to sleep. In fact, most of the time, my husband would have passed like severally. He'll be saying, you're not going to sleep. I will just say, no, this night, let me just figure out this thing, if I can get it today. And truth be told, once I get it, I notice that every other thing would just start working very easily for me. So this is me also suggesting that before you start saying, oh, okay, I am going to skill stack, but I'm going to wait till much more later. I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that, and therefore I'll just write one. Maybe you now want to create a community, then the only thing you're writing is just two. You now say email management, only two of it, because your excuse is that that's the only thing you can do. Like I said again, it's okay for it to be the only thing you can do. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to power my phone. Give me 1 minute. Okay, awesome. So it's okay that the only thing you can do is probably email management right now, but please have a list of 10 skills that either you can do or you think that is easy. That's number one. 10 skills that you think that is easy. That's the first one. Then 2, you can break them down across this whole 30 days. Okay, let's say in the next 3 days, I'll be learning videography. In the next 4 days, I'm going to be learning this, so that you're able to break that barrier. And for every barrier you break, you're putting it in the list of the things that you can offer your community. And I'm still saying this because thank God we're a group of persons. So it means that another second point is that you don't have to. Yes, I'm available on TikTok. So another thing again is that you don't have to. Please, if you're on TikTok and you're doing very well there, please let me know. I don't mind reaching out to you. Okay. So now, let me go back to my thoughts. Thank you so much, Samuel. I really appreciate it. Okay. So another thing you can do is, that's why we're all in the group, right? That's why we're all in the group. Just everybody this night, once we get into the group, like after this live, just write one skill that you know that anybody can call you to teach, and you can teach. That's the first point. Then based on what you might want to offer your community, just write like 5 skills you think that if somebody can do it and the person is inside our challenge, right? Just ask, please, can anybody teach this? Can anybody teach this and this? 3 of them or 4 of them. So the reason why I'm saying this is so that you don't have any form of limitation as well to think. I told you, when it comes to community building, it's first of all collaboration, especially if you are a beginner, right? If you're just starting out, the goal is to collaborate with people who are already having expertise in whatever directions. So the first thing you're going to do is ask. Even on LinkedIn, you can ask on LinkedIn, you can ask on TikTok, depending on the platform that you're in. Just ask them a question, as in who has what, so that now on your community list, you still write those things as part of the things that you can offer. But this time around, you don't have to be the one that will offer or teach that. You now already have people. Yes, okay. Okay, everybody had, if you had filled the forms, right, you already have a team automatically. If in fact you're the one who picked your team by yourself. If you're in the form and if you fill the form and you're in the group, automatically you already have been what's the word? You already are in a group. So all of them know themselves. Everybody knows what group they belong because they're the ones who choose. Okay, awesome. So please, other team goals, please reach out to her or reach out to yourselves in the group. Please, like we said, before this weekend, all of you are supposed to meet. So Team Gold, Team Sapphire, if you want to open a group that will make it easier for you guys, please do. But whatever it is, you guys all should have met at least once before Sunday. Okay? So back to my conversations again. So I said, you can, during those meetings, you can find out people who can do other things. So I told you, if you're late to any party, the goal is collaborations. So the question will now be, since I have collaboration in mind, what is the component? What can I teach a virtual assistant that will make the person excellent? What are the tools to business automations? What are the tools? What are the AI tools that are relevant? And many other things, right? Okay, Messi. No, everybody who is in the group. That's strange. Everybody who is in the group already picked a team by themselves. You're not the one who is going to be added in any team. The question will be, did you fill the form? If you fill the form, then there's a link already channeling you into the group, the general group where everybody is already. So the only thing is that maybe you have not filled the form. So we're going to see what we will do about it. Okay, let me just quickly do so that we can round up today's class. and so that we can have the assignments for this night. If I put, that means tomorrow building, because I've not even gone halfway with the course material, but it's okay. Whatever it is that we can do right now, I think I'll do, probably round up in the next 10-20 minutes, so that if there are any questions, we can keep asking. Okay, so essentially, like I told you, so your list of words should just encompass everything and excellent. Let's say you're building a community for virtual assistants, so just probe ChatGPT, probe Grok AI, probe Meta AI, probe DeepSeek. Just tell them that you want the list of skills that a comprehensive virtual assistant, an excellent virtual assistant, should be armed with. So you write it. Once that list comes out, tick the ones that you know how to do. Then start looking for people that you can collaborate to teach the remaining one. So you can see now, when we are building our community, we are building it based on what we can offer people and not the monies that we're going to get from them. Because you know what? There will always be money where people are. I've said it 1 million times. I tell people, but they don't believe it, right? There's always money where people are. If you missed yesterday's class, please go back. We've already taught how to make irresistible offers, because when you now start having these people into your community, for a starter, somebody who just began, your goal is not to probably just charge for the community. You can charge depending on your traffic on LinkedIn. If you spend a whole lot of time on LinkedIn, that means you have over 100 engagements. You can charge if you want. That's just the truth. Especially if that one thing you said you were going to teach and you have other people to collaborate with you. If you have other people to collaborate with you, the next assignment will be, since we've answered our who, what, yes, who, why, okay, our why, who, and what. The next thing will be when. When are you kicking off, right? I said, for the sake of this a 30 days challenge, we're hoping that before the end of 30 days, everybody, because like I said, when we're going to be discussing, when you're going to be representing your community on the 30th live event, because on the 30th, all of us are talking on the live, right? We're having a in fact, we're bringing other people who are the big players all across LinkedIn and Instagram, wherever, TikTok, because we would want it to attract lots of attention for people to come around, and we would want you to speak. And guess what? If you've not been training, if you've not been pushing your community, if you've not had sleepless nights preparing your community, you will not have anything to say as much. Everything you'll be saying will be off the book. Like I told you, most people don't like people telling them what they will do. They want to see what you have done, right? It just makes sense to me, right? Because they want to know that you're talking about it from an experience point of view, and it's always easier to teach from experience, so that you'll not even have any pressure. So if we're talking about anxiety when speaking, some of you that will not be doing these assignments as it's coming, you are the ones that will be shaking on that live event that day. And there's nothing, excuse me, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with shaking at a live event. There's no challenge with shaking at a live event. There's no problem with it. But I'm saying that all you have to do is, once you start putting in the building blocks, it will be a lot more easier for you to represent yourself, your team, if you've always done the work and if you have already learned to teach other people. Okay, so we have already said when. So our when is, everybody should have set up at least a form of collaboration or community. So I don't want to put so much pressure on you. It's either you come up with a community or you come up with an event. Okay, so let me just give you an option now. Either you come up with a community or you come up with an event. Okay, so get people who are in your niche, or people who, based on the what, you can invite several people that you think can feature on your live event. You can invite me too. I will come. I can be a part of all of your live events, all of you, right? I can be there. You host it. We'll come to your platform. We'll gist, whether on LinkedIn or Facebook or TikTok, any platform where you're comfortable with. But I have 2 assignments so that I don't put any pressure on anybody. I've told you again, community has money. It's a wealth source. It's a multiple streams of income. But if you want to do just live events, another thing about live events is that make sure you have all the contacts of everybody that will be registering, every single one of them. So I'm giving you guys 2 options so that I'm not putting anybody on the pressure. So as part of our assignments, everybody will either have, so you just choose one. You tell yourself, write it somewhere. If your goal is to host an event, you host an event and have people teach people. Let's say you're a virtual assistant. That event you're going to host, you're going to bring maybe excellent virtual assistants all across LinkedIn, all across YouTube, all across content creators, whatever it is. Or you will have a community. Like I said again, the only thing is for the events, if you're comfortable with the events, make sure you convert. Because when you invite several people, a lot of people can come out to that event. Let's say 100, 200 persons. Your cheat sheet will be to have an offer. You can still offer a free community from that time. You can tell them if they want to be a part of your community. You can probably take it as an opportunity for an official launch. Yes, there's a place for an official launch, so you might want to consider that as well. So I've given you guys two options. Initially, I wanted to put my head down and say everybody must have a community, but because I don't want to put anybody under any form of pressure, you pick to anyone that you're comfortable with. So from now, you should already be looking around LinkedIn, looking for whom you think perfectly fits the vision. If you have not curated your vision, mission, brand statement, brand persona from the other days, please go back. It's not hard. We're just in day 7. Every day is on an average 1 hour. So you just sit down. You can be playing it while you're doing other things. Get your bio, you're writing down. Immediately you're done. Like I told you guys, for the sake of this live event, we want you to be dropping your assignments in the comment section. Just drop it. It's easier for me to see it. Most times I come back and I look at them. So once you've done your assignment, just drop it in the comment section. So today, the assignment for today, I think I will not push too hard. We've already spent a very long time already. Our assignment for today is decide, number 1. So when you're answering, you just say, I have decided on hosting a community, or I have decided on hosting an event. On that event, you should come up with a theme. Okay, so if you want to host a community, it's already excellent. So I'll say it again, for the people who are going to host communities, you must still host events. So community is 2. The only difference is that if you host a community before your event, you're going to likely have people who will be helping you run around. You would have figured out one person who can help you do a lot of running around, help you contacting some of the speakers while you contact some. But if you want to start going with an inaugural meeting for your community, then you can still, if you want to start with an inaugural meeting, yes, that's the word, it's still very okay. But I told you guys, in all of this, okay, no problem. Are you in the group phase? If you're in the group, just let me know so that I will. Yeah? Who are these people? Chimo! Please, let's start binding and casting. Where are these people coming from? Who is this faith? I will block you. This is a professional environment. So please, we don't used to catch crews here. I will block you, last song. Are you Yoruba? I don't think so, because my people, we're not that bold. Nigerians are not bold to be writing yama things on people's comment section. So if you try me, I will block you. It not be only baby girl. Do I look like a baby girl to you? It's your baby girl. Please, guys, I beg you, this room is a professional room. Stay away. I don't know what's happening to YouTube algorithm. Please stop bringing crazy people to us today. It's a class, and for God's sake, the comment section is locked in for subscribers. So I don't know. If you're not interested in making money and building your business and earning on platforms, please, away. I'm telling you, not be small, I done. Okay, so back to our conversation. So I said today, the assignment for today is to come up with, if your community people, the people who will build community are going to have both. So you still do your community name. By now you would have figured it out. If you have not figured out how to come up with a community name and decide what you want to serve, please go and watch day 1 to day 6. Everything is there from scratch. In fact, how to know that this is a particular niche, how to find the name, everything, we did all that. So just go and figure that out and then come and meet us. So the assignment for today is come up with 2 things. If you're not ready for a community, an event, you must host an event. So, and I told you, collaborations, having names of people who are in your niche that you think can collaborate with them. Write a short invitation letter or collaboration letter. kind of, you can just enter there, right, curate an excellent one. And I've told you guys, don't be one of those silly people. I've seen a lot of people do that. I don't judge them, right? But don't be one of those silly people that will enter somebody's DM and say, hello ma, I look at you, I think I want to launch my community, come and speak with us. Don't do that. Anybody whom you're going to bring on board, please make sure that you have followed the person closely. When you're entering the person's DM, you just say, hey, from your last post, I really saw your experiences. I've been one of your fans. I've followed you up to this point. And sincerely, I'm looking to launch my community in so dates. Would you mind if you would want to be one of our speakers? I'll really be honored. But if you're busy, it's fine, right? Fine. Please, can you let me know your next available date? We're good to go, right? So you're honoring the person at the same time. Ewo, this Faith, make I just blog. Faith, are you going to repent or I should block you? Are you going to repent or I should block you? I should wait. Okay, so please, because you're learning a lot here, I don't know why you would want to jeopardize an opportunity like that. Please, this thing we're all learning here can change anybody's life. Okay, so back to my conversation. Right now, we're going to be rounding up soon. Guys, I really apologize. I didn't expect any of the dramas we'll be experiencing today. So you guys, that's YouTube for you. I know LinkedIners are very honorable people, and you guys are shocked when God will help us. So I just hope some Facebook people will not enter here as well, because that's... Anyway, all platforms have things that are specific to them, but please guys, I'm so sorry about what's going on here. Please, I'm sorry for the distraction. So like I said, the assignment for today, just so that tomorrow we'll continue our community building. Then what we'll do, we'll find maybe on Saturday, I don't know how Saturday is going to be, we'll just do the videography, videography editing class just with your phone. We'll do it on Saturday. I think that's what we'll do. So the next thing we would want people to do... Please, are you following him to talk? I beg now. Please, let's focus, guys. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is on tomorrow we'll conclude the community building class. Then on Saturday we'll do the videography class, phone videography class, something very simple that anybody can use. So please, if you'd want to get a CapCut, please just in the teams in the group, right? Just gather yourself into four people. Just gather yourself in fours and just pay. It's 20K for the whole year. That's what we did. Me and my team guys, just open an entirely new email. Don't use an email that you've been using before, because you might not have known the people very well, so that people might not be reading your old emails. Just open a fresh email specific for that group of persons. So let's say the people in Team Sapphire, you guys want to open an email. You guys can gather together and pay 20K for CapCut for a whole year. I know that there are cracked CapCuts here and there, but me, I'm not interested. Right, I've seen the link before, but I didn't go for it. So it depends on what your heart can carry. If your heart can carry the cracked, please go ahead and look for it. Some people say if you just type CapCut, you should just check by the years. Just check the ones that are probably 2020 years back. That those ones are mostly free. I've not tried it before. If you want to try it, you can try it as well. So, but then InShot, I told you, InShot also has some paid features, but the features on InShot, most of them are unpaid, so it might not be bad. So please just have those two at least before our Saturday class. So I'm giving us a whole Friday to maybe find people, find collaborations and all that. So I told you 2 main assignments today, an event and a community. You must have both of them. One, the event for the people events, it can be an inaugural meeting for you. For people who have community, it can just be a consolidatory meeting for you. So in the end, have a list of guest speakers, have a name based on what you think. I'll say it again, when you're picking names for events, pick pain points. Don't just go and write anything that you know will not draw people. In all of it, right, when you want to choose a name, let it be smart, specific, measurable, actionable, whatever, relevant, or then time bound. Make sure that the name should give a picture of what anybody should be able to achieve within the short time, right? Find key players in your niche. I told you how to enter people's DM, sandwich method, follow them, gist with them, enter their DMs, tell them. You can send emails. Like I told you, if you're looking to bring some of those top guns, send emails, because most times their accounts are handled by content writers and social media managers. So that's why most of those DMs are highly unresponded to, because truly even the social media marketer that you're probably trying to get on board, he's also looking for his daily bread. Okay, so I've just given 2 assignments. Tomorrow we'll finish the course, everything you need to know. In fact, we'll do a practical already. By tomorrow I'll show you some of the things you can do for you to get at least 50 people, 100 people this week in your community, if you don't mind. But if you mind, I can just gradually, as you're creating your content. But if you want the shortcut, which I'll teach tomorrow, right, you can get lots of people into your community even in one day. I do that a lot. In fact, I told you guys, I did for a client, I did 350 in 3 days. 350 people who were looking to make millions, and those people paid 5 figures. Yes, it was a paid class, and I gathered 350 people for my clients. So that's another thing. It's not a hard thing for me. I'll teach you guys all that. So if you have any questions, please, let's ask. Usually I don't like exceeding 1 hour 30 minutes per class. So if we have any questions so far, please just let me know. Oh, thank you so much, Faith. That's good. Now you're talking. Please, guys, turn on your notifications. It's true. Thank you. So Kamala first said, Faith wants to change your life. My dear, as you're laughing, that's why they laugh. Okay. Oh, welcome. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. If we don't have any questions, I think we'll call it in life. You know my manner. I'll just count 4 times and then we'll just go. Okay, so please chat me up on WhatsApp. But I think the way you filled the form, like I said, everybody who filled the form, it was a compulsory form. So you would have picked your group before entering the main group, except you're not in the main group. So Samuel, please don't forget, if you're still on the live and you are on TikTok, let's talk, please, because I'm also trying to grow on TikTok. So if you've already gained ground there, it will be a cheat sheet for me. So you guys see that I'm already practicing collaboration. Please, you didn't talk about the major elements. Yes, I said we're going to discuss that. We're completing the course tomorrow. Time has just gone too far. Let's not drag it too much. I don't want to keep us too long. The max we should be here is 1 hour 30 minutes. I don't think you'll be able to fill it again. I don't think so. You know what? Just pick a team. Anyone you're comfortable with. Gold, sapphire, or diamond. Those are the 3 main teams we have. So maybe on the group, just ask anybody that speaks first. You can just join them. Okay, yes. Thank you so much, Rabiatu. Okay, so if we don't have any further questions, let me just call it a night, right? I told you guys I have many things to do this night as well. But I know that it's also a sacrifice, because I know that other people will use this information too. And I want to appreciate all of you for coming in early as well. So see us by tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT +1. So you can convert it according to your time zone. I really, really appreciate you coming in. So if we don't have anything else, I think we can call it a night. So do have an amazing night, everyone. I am a mover and I'm here for your light. So I'm going to be counting down to 1 from 4 and then we'll close up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. Rhoda, yes, Rabia too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. So please, and then one more, please, guys, our momentum, we're not really bringing in people. We need to have at least 100 persons. So my plan was 300. So I'm still making plans. I even had to design new flyers. I would have to send it to my newsletter today. Let's see if we can have more people on board. But please, when you are curating some of your posts that you're about to curate, please let people know so we can have people come on board. For those people who have been sharing my posts, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. Okay, so do have an amazing night, everyone. Thank you, Rabia. Thank you, Rosa. Thank you, Beauty. Thank you, Happiness. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Sam Roberta. And I'm going to be ending the live in 4, 3, 2, and 1.